Do you struggle getting off the tee, or do you just need a little bit more skill set or options off the tee? Well, I want to show you a task that I give a lot of my students called Weapons Check. And this task will show you a bunch of different ways to get off the tee and how to actually practice them so that you can become proficient off the tee and have options depending on if there's wind, you're trying to leave it short of water, you're trying to carry, if you need a fairway finder. This task is going to help you off the tee score better because you're in position more often. Let's discuss. Welcome to episode 2 of the Wade Fullingham Golf Show, where I am here to show you unmatched strategy to lower your scores, enjoy the game more, and play your best golf. Today we're going to talk about Weapons Check, but before we do that, that's going to help supplement this. If you're trying to break the barrier of, let's say, 90, maybe it's 100 or 80, you're trying to get to that next scoring level, I want to give you something that's going to help you break that barrier and actually get there. It's my Lower Your Scores cheat sheet. This cheat sheet is going to walk you through the mindset and actionable tasks that's going to show you how do you break into that next scoring level. I have a lot of clients that get stuck right at the bottom. Like, let's say they're trying to break 80, they keep shooting 81, 82, 80, but they can't consistently break 80. This checklist, this guide is going to show you how to do that. If you're shooting up in the hundreds, you could drop up to 10 strokes here in the next 30 to 45 days if you implement this. It is the best guide that I can give you to really wrap your mind around how to actually lower your scores instead of just throwing spaghetti against the wall and guessing. So if you want that, it's down below in the link in the description below. Click that link. All I need is your email address to get started so I can know where to send it. And you can also just go to Wade Fullingham Golf or wfg.golf/lower my scores. All right, what is Weapons Check? Well, Weapons Check is something very similar they do in the military. So you military people, don't quote me on this. This is just an idea. It may not be 100%, but I think the idea is the same. These golf clubs are weapons, right? They're there to help you perform a task, and that's to shoot the lowest score on the golf course. So we need to make sure we have multiple weapons. So if you're in the military, they usually have a rifle, they usually have a sidearm pistol, and then they usually have some other hidden weapon, whether that's a knife, another small gun down by their boot. They have multiple backup weapons when something's not going right. So this drill is going to do two things. Number one, it's going to help you broaden the amount of shots you have off the tee, and it's going to help you have a backup, a fallout if one of your weapons is malfunctioning, which 99% of the time, it's probably going to be the driver, right? So you need to have all these weapons in check, and you need to do this task at least weekly, at least maybe once a week, where you go through all these different shots. But let's walk into that. So number one is pull out your driver, and you're going to have your stock shot. Okay, so your stock shot is just your shot you hit off the tee. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump on the virtual course here, and we're going to hit a couple shots, and we're going to talk about these different weapons, these different types of shots that we can hit to get in the fairway. All right, so we're here on the virtual course here. I'm just going to hit my stock drive. So this is my number one shot that I'll hit most of the time on the golf course. It goes the furthest. It's my normal swing. My golf ball will launch that way. I'm going to get over that trap, those little draw. Okay, a little bit in the rough, but not terrible. That's an okay shot. All right, now what you also might have is a tee ball that's teed down really low. So I'm going to tee this down lower than I normally would. And this time I'm going to try to hit a low tee shot. So this is definitely lower than what I normally do. I might even actually tee this lower, but I'm a little limited by the turf. But now I'm going to hit what I would call a knockdown shot. So this ball is going to be a little bit more off my heel this way towards you, the camera, and I'm going to have a little bit more pressure on my lead leg, and I'm going to try to hit this lower than I normally would. That's definitely a little bit lower trajectory. That's actually a really good shot, but that's not my high bomb ball. See, I carried that 264. I actually don't even know what I carried that first one. I have my normal high fly shot, and then I have my knockdown shot. Okay, you may have an intentional cut shot you hit. So for example, sometimes I intentionally have a shot I hit and I hit a cut. So I'm gonna aim left to the screen here because I'm gonna try to start this left to the fairway and work it back. This ball is actually not quite as far forward, okay, because I'm still trying to hit it a little bit lower because I could end up hitting this too high. Okay, see if that'll cut for me. There we go. Okay, so I have 3 different shots I can hit off the tee. Now, the draw for me is hard, so I don't really have a draw as one of my shots. I can, but I have a stock shot, I have a low shot, and then I have a little cut shot. And I practice those shots often. Now, obviously, my longest ball is gonna be my full swing stock. That's the longest tee shot, okay? But then I have these other shots that are my fairway finders that give me a little bit more opportunity to either hit under the wind or just to get it in the fairway, okay? So I have 3 different weapons, or 3 different ways to use this weapon, okay? Now then what you might do is then your next weapon is the 3-wood. So you're gonna pull out this 3-wood, okay? I'm actually gonna tee this on the ground because I don't have a short tee. Okay, so you're gonna have your stock 3-wood. Okay, now this 3-wood might actually almost put me in the bunker, but, okay. Stock 3-wood, full 3-wood. This club is definitely a little bit more accurate. My misses are better on it. Okay, that's a pretty good ball. So I'm gonna be right in the trap. Yep. Ooh, just barely got in the trap. Okay, obviously this wouldn't be the club. The better shot for this hole is just to go over the top of that bunker. That's my stock 3-wood shot, right? Then I may have what you call, Tiger calls, the stinger. Obviously he created that shot pretty much. Now this shot, the ball's a little bit, it's about 2 to 2.5 balls back from its original position. So I'm not putting it back in my stance. I'm not putting it all the way back here. So if this is its normal position right here, I'll put it about 2.5 balls back, which makes it about middle. So that's kind of a good rule of thumb to follow, guys, is when you're trying to hit a knockdown, don't just put it in the back of your stand. Just move it 2 to 2.5 balls back from its original position. Because if you get too far back there, you're gonna struggle with contact. Now this is my little knockdown shot. Okay, so I have a little more pressure on my lead leg, hands are a little more forward. I'm trying to hit this pretty low. You can see it's a lot lower. It's right at the trap though. Obviously, it's better just to go over the trap here, or I need to aim a little bit more right. I'll hit one more shot for you, and I'll aim a little bit more to the right and go ahead and put this in the fairway. There's the shot right there. Okay, my little knockdown shot, something that's a lot easier to put in the fairway. Obviously, it didn't go as far. That just carried 230. Okay, so there's 2 shots there. Now again, you know, one shot that I try to work on, because I tend to have this at the golf course I play a lot, is a trap draw. So something that's kind of a trapping right to handed or right to left moving shot. Okay, this is also a good little fairway finder. So same thing though, ball in the middle of the stance, way a little on the lead leg. I hood the face a little bit, and through the impact zone, I feel a little bit of flexion of this wrist to try to shut that face down on the downswing. To try to hit a little bit of a trap draw. I need to aim the track more right because it's hard to aim way right on the screen, but you can see the shot shape there. That was a low trap draw. That was the right deal. Come on, work, baby. So obviously the 3-wood is probably not the right club here if you're gonna not go over the traps, because obviously you have 2 traps I can hit it in. That was the right shot. Okay, so I have a couple of different options off the tee with the 3-wood. I also carry a driving iron. This is a Hazardous Smoke. It's an X. This is a 21 degree. Now, same thing. I'm gonna have a few different shots here as well, right? I'm gonna have my standard, iron shot that it goes as far as it'll go. This club's obviously gonna be a little bit more accurate than a 3-wood and a driver. Less side spin, it still can, but a little bit less. Now I'm gonna have to hit a little draw because it's aimed right. Put a little cut on it, that's right. But it's in play. It's actually still in the fairway, that's in play, okay? So that's my stock little driving iron. Now I can also hit a low knockdown with this shot as well. Not gonna go as far. So again, I put it 2 balls back from its original position, which is middle, maybe slightly back of middle, but it's not on my back foot. You're gonna see that be nice and low and easy. That should be just short of the trap. Easy little shot, right? Okay, I will also hit this little trap draw as well. So I'm just gonna aim right and hit this little trap draw. The face is a little hooded. I'm gonna do a little bit of flexion on the downswing to make sure I hit this nice and low. Yep. Woo! Well, I curved that almost too much. See, that's a weapon I would need to work on. I don't work on that as often. That wasn't horrible. Obviously, this is a pretty big fairway. I got away with it. But as you can see, each club has a different shot. Okay, I have about 3 shots per club. Now, I work on those because I don't know which one I'm gonna need. And I don't know if one day one of those shots, one of those clubs is gonna malfunction. I'm just not hitting it good that day. Or I'm playing a tighter course, or it's windy and I need something to get in the fairway. You've got to work on that stuff. So this task is called weapons check. You need to be doing a weapons check, you know, in some sort of routine over time so that you are accustomed and aware of what you're doing with those different types of shots. And just so you know the confidence level when you go out to the golf course, you have some backup shots. You have more variety. You're not just stuck to the driver. There's too many clients of mine that are just stuck to the driver and then they don't work on their 3-wood, so the 3-wood's not good, or they don't have any other shots, so they just hit the driver and just hope it's gonna get in play. But I think it's important you have at least 3 different clubs you can hit off the tee and then have at least 1 to 2 shots to hit per club. Now I have 3, you can have 4, but you've got to find the ones that you know you can rely on. Give this drill a shot. It's really going to help you. Also, make sure that you download that free PDF guide to lowering your scores. The link's in the description down below. Besides that, I'll see you next time.